What's up? So today I'm going to show you how you can create some merch design, something very similar to this that I have here on the screen. So this type of rock or gothic inspired streetwear, something that you would see like an underground, like a Ken Carson hoodie or something like that. I thought I'd show you guys how to make something with this with AI pretty easily. So the platform we're going to be using today is called Midjourney. If you're not already familiar with it, it's an AI image generation platform, but I love this one just because it has some other features that we're going to use today to create this merch design. So just to get this out of the way, this is a paid service. So you're looking about $10 a month and you get about 200 or so generations for that month. And then for the standard plan, it's about $30 a month, but you get unlimited generations. So just so you know, you do have to spend some money if you want to use this quite frequently. All right, so now that that's out the way, we can get started on the merch design here. And I'm actually gonna start with the text. So something similar to this style. So I'm gonna go over here to this top box and I'm just gonna put in Gothic text that says, and then I'm just gonna put Ken Carson because he's someone that uses this type of style. So instead of only using a text prompt, we're gonna use one of the extra Midjourney features in here, which is something called style reference. So what a style reference is that it allows you to use an image and Midjourney is going to analyze that image and it's gonna apply that style to your text prompt. So whenever I'm looking for a style reference image to use, I usually just use Pinterest. It has a lot of aesthetic images and you can tailor it a lot to your own interests and stuff. So that way the references that are using are pretty close to your own taste. So I'm gonna go to the search bar here and I'm just gonna type in Gothic text. And obviously you don't have to search up Gothic text. It can be whatever style of text you're looking for. But whatever style you're looking for, just make sure that you avoid these alphabet sheets and you look more for the standalone ones where it's only the text. So yeah, I'm gonna scroll through these and find one that I like. So I found this one, it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go over it and right click and hit copy image. And then we're gonna go back to Midjourney and we're going to hit Control or Command V, or you can just right click in this box here and hit paste. So now you can see that the image is in the text box, and if you hover over it, you can see these three icons. You're gonna hit this middle one with the paperclip that says use as style reference. So I know this part might be a little bit controversial just because we are using the image from Pinterest, but I want to iterate that this is only using the image as a reference and it's not directly copying the style. It's not going to be a one-to-one replica of it. You can also use multiple different images for the style reference. So let's say I didn't want to just use one, I can go and find another one. So something like this, right click, copy image and paste that in there. So now it's going to reference both images and you're gonna get something that's a lot more original. Also, once we get the final output of this, we're gonna be adding more to it. So again, this is just to use it as a reference to get us a lot closer to the design that we're looking for. So one more thing before we run this is I want to add something else to the prompt. So since our reference image is black text on a white background, I actually want to add that to my text prompt. And the reason for that is that since this is generative media, a lot of the times the AI will do whatever it wants sometimes. So this just helps it guide it along closer to what we're looking for. This looks good to me, so I'm just gonna hit enter. And when we do that, you can see a little message popped up that says submitted, and you don't see it here on your screen. And that's because we are on the explore page. We need to go over here to the left taskbar here and go to the create. And you can see that our generation is loading here. So Midjourney gives us 4 different variations here. And if I click this, we can get a larger version of it. And you can see here, it added some more stuff here. So this is what I mean by you want to be very specific with your output because the AI will tend to add a lot more than what you ask for. So this one isn't too bad. We have clean text here, but we also have this cool little castle here. But if we do decide to use this, we could easily just Photoshop this out, so it's not a big deal. But as you can see, we have something that is very close to our reference image here, which is this type of Gothic style. So I think this one is pretty good. You can read the text and there's not too many artifacts here, so we're gonna stick with this one. All right, so before we download this, I want to do something called upscaling. So what an upscale is it adds more detail to the image. A lot of the times the base generations of these generators are pretty low quality, so by upscaling it, we're just adding a little bit more detail to it. So if you go over to the right, you can see this section that says creation actions. And if you go to the upscale, you're going to see two options here. We're just going to focus on the subtle upscale here. So I'm going to hit this button and you can see that it starts to generate up here. All right, so our upscale is finished here and you can see it's a lot more crisper compared to the original. So if I just kind of compare and contrast here, you can see things are popping out a lot more. So now I'm gonna download this and then I'm gonna run it through Photoshop and just clean up some extra bits that I see here. It's pretty good, but I'm seeing a lot of parts here that would probably be hard to deal with in the printing process. So we're just going to remove some of these extra bits here. So I'm going to be using Photoshop for this part, but if you don't have access to Photoshop, you can use this free alternative to Photoshop. It's called Photopea. So if you go to photopea.com, and it's pretty easy, it's free to use. So yeah, if you can't afford Photoshop, then this is definitely a great alternative to it. So for this part, again, I'm just going into Photoshop and cleaning up some extra bits that might be hard if we ever send this to like a manufacturer. And I'm just removing the background and sending that over to a free mockup site called Kiddle and throwing that on a white shirt just to see what it might look like. So there you go, you can see the text is on this mockup here. So we could easily just leave this as is and send this off to like a manufacturer or even print this ourselves. But I'm actually going to add another image to it just to make it a lot more interesting. If we look at our beginning reference, you can see there's like a photo here. So I think I want to add like a graphic to this, and I'm going to use Midjourney again for that. So if I go back to Midjourney, I think what I'm going to do is do like a moon or something with the X on the background. I went to his SoundCloud real quick and I see that he uses the X still as his profile picture. So I'm going to do something similar to that. So I'm going to just type in a prompt and I'm going to say something like destroyed moon within, and then make sure I put in quotations since I'm using a text on it. And then I'm going to specify and put black background. That would just make it easier for us to separate the image from the background. So now I'm just going to hit enter. So there we go. We got our images here. They're looking pretty cool. So I'm just going to go through these real quick to see which one I like the most. And I think I'm going to go with the first one just because it's very clear. It's going to make it easy for us to remove the black background from this. So before I download this though, I'm just going to upscale it real quick. So I'm going to do the upscale settle again. So there's our upscale, and again, I'm just gonna go to the right and hit download image. And now I'm just gonna take this back into Photoshop, and I wanna get rid of this background. So I'm just gonna use it here in Photoshop and hit this remove background button here. So I know I want to add some effects to this. I don't want to just use just this image. So I'm actually going to arrange this in Photoshop, and then I'll pull it into another mockup tool like Kiddle or Canva. So yeah, here's our final design in Kiddle. You can see how quickly I was able to put that together. Obviously, I would take more time on this. I would maybe clean up the text a bit more, maybe come up with a different graphic, but shows you how fast you can create some merch design. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I like to cover different ways you can use AI within your own creative workflows. So yeah, if that's of interest to you, I actually started a Discord community for different creatives. So whether if you're like an artist, producer, singer, whatever, and you're interested in AI, yeah, Discord is down in the description for us to just kind of talk about different ways to use it, or even just to network with each other and just kind of chat. So yeah, again, down in the description if you want to join that community.